Hello there, I'm Ben Down. My name's Loren Vinal. We're doing a 1-4-5 in the key of C. I'm going to jam just a little bit and talk about a little bit of music theory afterwards. Stick around if you would. That's enough of me playing. Let's talk for a few minutes. Thanks for bearing with me while I shut that off. I'm going to turn down my guitar. First of all, just wanted to show you this thing here. When you see that cord sticking out, it's nothing special. I live on a heart pump. I was diagnosed with advanced heart failure a couple of years ago. But I am, living on this heart pump, waiting for a heart transplant, still able to play guitar. And I just wanted to share a few things about the questions that I'm always getting asked regarding, like, what's a 1-4-5, what's a 2-5-1, what is, what are those scales you're using when you're soloing and things like that. Now, I'm just a guitar player. I am in the process of learning more and more each and every day. I don't have all the answers about guitar, and I will never claim to. So please, if you want to leave comments, I greatly appreciate that. If you don't care for my stuff, that's fine as well. But just know that I'm just here because I always get the same questions. One of which is, like, at an open jam, what's a 1-4-5? And I yelled that out at the beginning of the video. I said we're going to do a 1-4-5 in the key of C. Well, what I'm talking about are the chord changes. So, our musical alphabet is A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, right? In the key of C, we have no sharps or flats. So a 1-4-5, for example, in the key of C, would be our C chord, would be our 1, right? C, D, E, F would be our 4 chord, and the G would be our 5 chord. Very, common for blues people, to use those chords. Certainly, they use chord substitutions, they use dominant 7th chords, certainly we can jazz it up, spice it up quite a bit, but at the simplest level, a 1-4-5 is the 1, 4, and 5 chords of whatever key you're in. If you're in the key of G, for example, I'll turn this up a bit. If you can see this, let me place it like this, right? G, right? Louie Louie, an old song, I think from the 50s or something. Right? That's a 1-4-5 in the key of G. I'm using the G chord, the C chord, and the D chord, right? So if I'm in G, G is 1, G, A, B, C is my 4, D is my 5 chord. So when you hear players say, hey, let's do a 1-4-5 in the key of A, that tells me right away I'm gonna solo, you know, over A, D, and E in some, you know, form or fashion, you know. And then when it comes to what scales to use, you know, when we're soloing, well, we all start out with that minor pentatonic, that box, you know, the 1-4, 1-3, 1-3, 1-3, 1-4, 1-4 deal, you know. And all I did is I took that and I added the C blues scale to it, which adds the flatted fifth of the scale, right? I also used the, believe it or not, B flat major scale, because the B flat major scale is also the C Dorian mode of the major scale, and it's also like the D Phrygian mode, and you know, it keeps going up and up, but that's, you know, some more advanced theory, and we'll talk about that in future lessons. So my hope is over the next several weeks to explain some musical ideas, and then later maybe get into some ideas about how people write songs, you know, what chords work well together, you know, explain why, you know, in the C major scale, A minor is the relative minor, why in the key of G, the E minor chord is the relative minor, you know. And just a quick hint on that, whatever key you're in, count up 6. C, D, E, F, G, A, right? A minor is relative to C major. And the same thing in the key of G, right? G, A, B, C, D, E. E minor is relative to G major. That's why when you're playing songs, you know, and they have G, C, D, and E minor in them, they sound so good together. There's reasons for all that stuff. So we're going to talk more about that in future lessons. This is just a quick introductory lesson. Again, my name's Loren. Please feel free to leave a comment, you know, reach out with any questions. Again, I don't have all the answers. Hopefully, I can help you, and maybe you can help me too. All right, have a great night. Thanks, everybody. All right, bye now.